A couple days ago, GTA 6 was unveiled its official cover art. And honestly, truthfully, to get right to the weeds of it, it looks incredible. It looks amazing. I understand there's some people somehow trying to find ways to criticize and nitpick the cover art and what have you, but I think it's fine. I think it's decent. And I figured, with me pondering about this, what better way to celebrate the inevitable release of GTA 6 than doing a tier list of every Grand Theft Auto game from S tier to F tier of just the cover arts. Yes, gonna be doing that and see how it goes. And we're gonna kick this off with a three-peat by doing a ranking of GTA 1's cover art, the DLC that came with GTA 1 with the London 1969 and 1961, and GTA 2's cover art. Now, respectfully, all three of these cover arts were ambitious for the period that it came out with. And while I will say, admittedly, these are not going to be like the most iconic cover arts that you're going to see yourself going back to. Again, these were like the blueprints, the grandiose stage of what was to come, and it wouldn't be until future GTA covers that we'll cover in the near pretty soon that they really hit the formula and really was able to make a brand off of the iconic cover art that we know GTA games today. So respectfully, one, I'm gonna have to put this in. I put this in the C tier for the DLC one because this one is a little slightly less forgettable. I put this in the D tier, and then GTA 2. I will also put this in the C tier in my view for the cover art. So with that out of the way, let's move on to GTA 3's cover art. This one, you could argue that this one is like also like slightly has aged pretty poorly in its own right, but given how massive this game was and how much of a leap it was from two to three, I mean the cover art was super ambitious for its time, and you have to give credit to that GTA 3's cover art would essentially be the gold standard of what the rest of cover arts of Grand Theft Auto games would be from this point forward, and was essentially the catalyst and blueprint that would copy of other Grand Theft Auto games from this point forward. So again, three. I think there's no exaggeration. The cover art for GTA 3 is super good. It's iconic. Yes, you can argue it's not like the best looking one out of the bunch, but given it's the first to start off this style that we all know and love today, GTA 3 holds a special place in my heart, especially if you know me and how I played that game recently. It's really good. This is going in. I would have to put this in the A tier. Respectfully, it's just a really good first attempt at a Grand Theft Auto cover art, and there's not a whole lot you can really say about that. Up next, we have GTA Vice City, which is the game that essentially changed and created this huge magnum opus, and it all started thanks to the cover art of Vice City. Vice City, I mean, what can truly be said about it has been said. I mean, the fact that I have my own soundtrack of the classic Vice City game itself is really saying a lot. But setting aside the beautiful music and everything I've loved about the game itself, the cover art itself is iconic. It's one of a kind. It's unique. It's definitely a standout in the Grand Theft Auto franchise. But is it one that will literally capture a lot of people's hearts in a sort of way? I personally think so. I mean, Vice City, you just can't really ignore the amount of impact that Vice City has on the Grand Theft Auto games itself. And the cover art is no exception to that. Vice City is easily going to be, oh, might be a little controversial, but I'm gonna put this in the A tier because the next cover art we want to talk about is GTA San Andreas, which I think we there's no debate, no coverage of why this is gonna be right here. This is an S tier. I mean, what can be said about San Andreas that has been said a gajillion times? The cover art has become one of the most iconic cover arts in the Grand Theft Auto franchise. This was arguably the peak of the PlayStation 2 era games that it had to offer, and there's nothing more you can really ask for in terms of an iconic and unique cover art that was able to capture what San Andreas was all about. Next, we move on to GTA Liberty City Stories, which given its ambitions, given that this was trying to, pay homage to GTA 3, but in a different angle, different light, basically a prequel, I thought that this, and while we're at it, let's just throw in Vice City Stories and getting that out of the way. Both of these games for the prequels, respectfully, were really good. For the cover art, though, specifically, I feel like Liberty City Stories cover art, for some odd reason, feels, at least for its time, kinda sorta like a little outdated for the time period it came out with. Whereas Vice City and San Andreas cover arts like holds up really well. Liberty City Stories, I don't know why. For some reason, this one feels a little meh in my opinion. But Vice City Stories, though, I will say, is a completely different story. This one is able to just recapture why Vice City is incredible and is one of the best of the PSP games to come out for its time. So, Liberty City Stories cover art, I would honestly put this in. I actually would put this respectfully. I gotta put this in the C tier. Like, there's something about Liberty City Stories that to this day, when you look at its cover art, it doesn't scream like oomph. It doesn't scream excitement unless you really love GTA 3, I suppose. But Vice City Stories, that one is incredible. I think this is one of the best prequel games that you can ever play from the franchise itself. Um, at times it can be close to Vice City's cover, but yeah, in a way, I think Vice City Stories has to be in the B tier for now because I think that's where it should stay. And while we're at it, let's move on to the next one, which is GTA Advance. Now, this cover art, I think for anyone who has saw me yapping and talk about this, the cover art for this is, despite the fact that it's just, Grand Theft Auto on the Game Boy Advance, it's not the best out there. It's easily the worst cover art out of the bunch. But given what we have for the tier maker list right here, right now, like as you see holding on here, I think it's okay. It's just that again, given that this is clearly copying the GTA 3 cover art, I mean, on here, it's like I don't know if this is the real deal here, but either way, this is probably one of the worst cover arts out there. There's nothing ambitious about it. There's nothing unique about it. Either way, it's pretty one dimensional, if you ask me. Which is why I probably put this in the F tier and sadly leave it at that. But moving on, of course, we'll go on to GTA Chinatown Wars, which is a game that I've also talked about really heavy and have praised the hell of because this is a one of a kind, underrated classic that I feel should be super talked about. And the cover art at first doesn't really have a lot going for it, but after you play this game, you come to know and love this game so much that you really appreciate that this was the game that was able to take the GTA 1 and 2 formula and like make it more modern for its time. And again, GTA Child Wars is also one of the few that got me to get an actual like banner in my room in the first place because I just loved this game so much when I gave it a chance in my Grand Theft Auto marathon. So GTA Chinatown Wars, honestly, this is like I also, if I'm not mistaken, too, I'm gonna be ambitious and probably put this in the B tier as well. It's really good and it's one that has to be mentioned. Okay, and to wrap this up, we're going to now talk about GTA 4's cover art, which honestly, realistically, the cover art for this is super iconic, just like San Andreas. I don't think there's any debate that this is also an S tier when it comes to like the best cover art that Grand Theft Auto has to offer. Again, and super ambitious for its time, really saying like the best that it has to offer. And again, just like San Andreas, it is a one of a kind and iconic cover that has been well known in the Grand Theft Auto community up until this point. And to also finish off the GTA 4 saga, let's also throw in the Lost in the Dam and the Battle of Gay Tony cover, which respectfully, when you play both of these and look at the cover arts for both respectfully, they actually fit with the themes of what you're playing for its time. And regardless of how you feel about the Lost in the Dam, which I understand some people don't like that gameplay and prefer Battle of the Gay Tony, like Lost in the Dam's cover was pretty hard and tough as it's advertised. So, hey, all of that being said, the cover art for this is pretty badass. I would probably put this in the B tier. Battle of the Gay Tony, easily A tier. It's definitely like the lighter side of what GTA 4's cover art is when you think about it. And then we move on to the final three, which is GTA 5. GTA 5, what can really be said about the cover art on this at this point? This is not only the most iconic cover art that's been around since 2013, but GTA 5 is the one that really broke a lot of new ground and what have you. The cover art alone, I think at this point, is still like a really good quality cover art for its time. I think in a way, I probably would put this respectfully, I would probably put this in the B tier. I think this is an okay cover. It's not eclipsing to an A tier. There are moments where it feels like it's an A tier for me, but nowadays, because of how I feel about GTA 5, I feel like now when you look at this, it's like, it's an okay game. It's not my top 10 favorite, but the cover art definitely does catch like a sore thumb, right? And then while we're at it, let's throw in GTA Online, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm just gonna kind of cut to the bullshit. GTA Online's cover art, it's about the same as GTA 5, if not slightly worse, and that's why I'm gonna put it in the C tier. It's just because, again, I've been trying and struggling to talk about GTA Online in a positive manner, and once I have a video covering this soon, you'll know why. But let it be known, the cover art for GTA Online, it's cool, it's fine, but when you look at this cover, you're just screaming like, "Ooh, I don't want to play this game unless I have to really grind the shit out of the supposed money and all that stuff." And now we're here with the final cover art, which is the most recent one, and that's GTA 6. And for everyone that has been somehow nitpicking this cover art, saying that, you know, there's some little things here that's wrong about this and that, and the artwork isn't at the best as the classics here, it's like, bro, shut the fuck up. That's all I gotta say, because GTA 6's artwork for its first ambitions right now, and this could change because, like I said, when GTA 6 comes out, maybe this could drop down to an F tier. I don't fucking know. But right now, I like this cover art, man. It looks really nice. It feels really classy. I think for now, though, this is in A tier. It has the potential to being an S tier, but I think that this is an A tier cover art. And with that being said, this is my tier list ranking of every Grand Theft Auto game cover art listed down below. And of course, what do you think is the best? What do you think is the worst cover art? Let me know down below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Later.